suspect you have spent a lifetime drowning and your heart was too open. They labeled your intensity as a burden and your depth as a defect. You have likely spent thousands of hours well up. But I am here to tell you that the verdict you have been living under is fundamentally flawed. There is not a glitch in the evolutionary matrix. You are not a glitch. You are certainly not weak. In the world of clinical psychology, we define you as a highly sensitive person. But that term feels far too clinical, while the vast to call you of you're a super sensor is experiencing life through a muffled filter. Your consciousness is the highest your frequency. Today, we are going to dive deep into the specific architecture of your mind. You are going to look at the hard neuroscience that proves your sensitivity is a superpower. It is a sophisticated biological radar system designed for the survival of our species. You have to take a look at your internal hardware. This is not just a personality quirk or a choice you made. It is written into your DNA and wired into your nervous system. For about 80% of processing engine. For about 80% of the population, the settings are tuned for efficiency. They see the world in standard for efficiency, with the contrast turned down because it saves a massive amount of energy. But your engine was built with a different set of blueprints. You are capturing the world in 8K resolution, with every detail sharpened. Neurological research has identified 3 specific structural differences in your hardware. The first difference is what scientists call low latent inhibition. Most not entirely tied to texture of a rug, but automatically ignore the hum or the texture of a rug. But your gatekeeper is permanently on vacation. Your brain too significant. You are processing the subtle shift in the flickering of a light bulb across the rooms and tones, the complex scent of the rain hitting the pavement, and the emotional energy of every person in the building lunch date. This is why you feel bossy end of a simple lunch date. But it is also why you perceive the intricate beauty and the hidden solutions that everyone else's too blind system. These are the specialized cells that involves your mirror neuron system. Allow us to understand the experiences of others. In your brain, someone in pain, you do not just understand their active. You actually experience a neural suffering of that pain within your own nervous system. You actually experience a nervous. You are not just a witness to emotion in a society imagination. This is not an overactive overflowing. This is not an overactive imagination. It is your brain literally simulating the internal state to a feature of your mind. Perhaps most misunderstood feature of your mind. Psychologists refer to as depth of processing, or it is often mistaken for intelligence. You might feel like you are moving in slow motion. You might judge yourself completely to make a simple choice. But the science tells a completely different story. You are not slow, you are incredibly thorough. While others are engaging in shallow reactionary thinking, your brain is making encoding. You are unconsciously running a million simulations at once, calculating future trajectories. You are not confused. The hidden subtext of every sentence. You are conducting high-level computation. Your hesitation is the sound of a supercomputer working at maximum capacity. You might wonder why nature would keep a demanding trait. If being sensitive is so exhausting, why has it thrived thousands of years of evolution? The human tribe cannot survive without you. In our ancestral past, the majority were the warriors and the hunters. They were the ones built for risk and direct action. But a tribe consisting only of impulsive warriors would eventually destroy itself. The tribe required the royal advisors and the seers. That was your role in the ancient world. You were the one who could smell the change in the wind before the blizzard arrived. You were the one who realized the alliance was a trap because of a slight sonjing system that kept kept everyone else alive. Today, our society is loud and aggressive, does not mean or you in a strange land. But being out of sync with a chaotic world does not mean you lack value. I know that operating this high-resolution radar, your system reaches its thermal limit much faster than others. When you need to retreat into the silence of a dark room, that is not a sign of weakness saturated. It's your nervous system attempting to cool down after a massive data dump. It is exactly there is a beautiful concept in psychology and resilient. Most people are like dandelions. They are rugged and lions and can thrive in the cracks of a concrete sidewalk. But you are an orchid. If you're forced to grow in a toxic or high-stress environment, you will struggle. You will feel like you are failing while the dandelions are thriving. But here is given the right conditions and the proper environment, it does not just grow and the proper environment. It does not just grow. It becomes something. It blooms with a level of complexity and radiance that you do not need to toughen up so you can survive on the sidewalk. You need to find your way to the greenhouse. When you structure your life to respect your biology, you will not just catch up. You will soar past the people you once envied. My advice to you today is to stop fighting your own stop trying to build a thicker skin and stop wishing for a duller mind. The world is already filled with enough numbness and apathy. We do not need you to be less than what you are. We need your depth and your empathy and your vision. You must learn to protect your gift and set boundaries that honor your peace. The next time someone tells you that you are taking things too personally, give yourself permission to smile because you know the truth. You are simply effective and you are not broken. You are simply seeing the music that everyone else is missing. In a world that is becoming more disconnected and superficial, your capacity to feel is the ultimate mark of your humanity. Because you possess this high-definition radar, you have likely learned to be careful. You might be the quiet observer on the edges of the digital world, the person who watches the feed but never leaves a footprint. To the casual observer, you might seem invisible or disengaged. Psychological research suggests that this is a profound choice. If you want to understand whether your online invisibility is a sign of peace or a shield for anxiety, I have created a deep dive into the mind of the digital ghost. Click the video over there is a power move. I will see you over sent you. Continue to use